Hi everyone. Marianne Cowan here from Pinery Paper Crafts. It is Monday and happy Valentine's Day, the day of love. Norm and I went for a nice walk in the woods. It's pretty chilly here today, but it was beautiful in the woods. I hope everyone is having a nice Valentine's Day. Just realized I have no card base. There we go. All right. Hey Monique, happy Valentine's Day. So my name is Marianne Cowan. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Ottawa, Canada. I come live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to showcase Stampin' Up! Products, inspire you, and hopefully give you ideas of card designs, or sometimes we do 3D packaging. Hey Pat, but today I'm just adjusting my light. Today's theme is using up your scraps. I don't know about you, but especially because I do card classes, I often have tons of little strips or scraps, and I really do like to use them up. So in today's projects, we're going to be using up some little scraps of paper that I had lying around. Anyway, I'll show you, and we're going to be using a Sunshine and Rainbows paper. But before I do that, just advertisements for my upcoming classes. So the next class is the Sunshine and Rainbows class. It is February 26th, so coming up very soon actually. And we will be making 4 cards using the Sunshine and Rainbows paper. And if you sign up for this class, you will get some of the paper as well. So that's February 26th. The next one is Spring Stamp Camp, March 12th. This is a full day of crafting fun, but I do want to tell you about it today because the early bird deadline for registration with the discounted price is February 15th. And I'll just quickly show you 6 of the 7 cards that we will be making. We're making 14 cards, 7 designs. So this is the first one, and it's Spring Stamp Camp, so it's just got a spring theme to it. That cute little one. These are just sneak peeks. That beautiful daffodil paper. The little bee on it. This little bee, and this is has a wobble, so your class will come with enough 2 wobbles so you can make 2 cards like this. It's a little bit of a fun fold. And this fun fold, isn't that cute? This one comes with 2 different papers. So this is for the first card, and then the other card is the same style but different paper. Again, the cute little bee. You do get a pack of bees. And this one is one that kind of inspired me to do today's class because you just use 3 little strips of paper, of the designer series paper. And oftentimes, because of the way you cut it, you will have a 1.5 inch or a 2 inch strip along the bottom. So that's Spring Stamp Camp. Early bird registration, February 15th. So I hope to see you at one of those upcoming classes. Now today, as I mentioned, we're using Sunshine and Rainbows paper. It is a free Sale-A-Bration paper. Sale-A-Bration is only on for 2 more weeks. So we only have until the end of February, and February is a short month. So February 28th. In Canada, a $60 purchase and before tax and shipping, and you can choose a free Sale-A-Bration product. So the inspiration came today when I pulled out this pack of paper because I thought I want to do something with the Sunshine and Rainbows. And then I had all these little strips, cut-offs from other card classes I had designed, And then I had some smaller pieces as well. So I thought, oh, I'll do a class showing how to use some of these little scraps. So we have 2 cards we're going to make. We'll make this one second. I think this one's messier. So I had all these little 1/2-inch strips of paper. What I decided to do is take I think this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Let me see. 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. 4 by 5 1/4. And I just want to take all my little strips and I'm going to lay them out and build this up. Now, I think I will put my glue on first and then just add my little strips. Let's see if that's going to work. So here's the strips I have. I tried to get all different ones. Those 2 are the same. Oh yeah, use the other side. And don't forget, your paper is very pretty on both sides. So I'm going to do it section at a time so the glue doesn't dry. So I'm going to start with the dark blue. I'm putting it right to the edge, because if you start going crooked, it's not going to look very good. And I don't care if it goes a little bit over the top. I'll go back and trim it with my little paper trimmer. So we've got that one. So I have a few that are rainbows and then a few that aren't rainbows. So I'm going to do a rainbow, then not a rainbow. Need a bit more glue. I think there's a video around about scrappy, using your scraps, but it's a different design than this one. I'm going to pink. And another rainbow. And let me see what the other side of this one looks like. Oh yeah, stripy. So I'm trying to do a bright white background, bright white background, bright. I've already got that one. So we have 2 more. I think I'll do this one. No, this one. Oops, I lost my feed. And then this nice bright yellow one. All right. Now I look over and it actually, it's the exact right amount. So they're 1/2 inch each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 inches. Who knew? Now I'm just going to take my little paper trimmer and trim this up. Now, as I was putting them on, I thought, might be a bit too many, but I decided to just go ahead with it anyways. So you could just put a couple of strips if you prefer. So this is the Designer Series paper, Sunshine and Rainbows. It's a free Sale-A-Bration item, and it's just so stinking cute. It's a 6x6 pack, and you get 48 sheets. And it coordinates with pastels as well as some of the brights. So it's a really versatile pack of paper. All right, we can get all this out of the way. I have so many little 1/2 packs of it. Okay, so there's our card base. No, that's not our card base. That's our first layer. So you can decide if you want to put it on a colored piece of cardstock. I opted to just put it on white. Hey, Teresa. It is beautiful and sunny. It is chilly out, but you know what? It's not windy, so it's really, really nice. We went for a beautiful walk in the woods. Saw our little friendly porcupine up in his tree. Okay, this was also a scrap that I found. So I know this is 4 inches. So I'm just going to trim this to 4 inches. So I have this to put down, but not yet. Then I have a little piece from the Basic Borders dies. These ones I hadn't used a lot, but now I use them all the time. And it's this little cloud shape one. And this one is, no, this one is this one. And the fun thing about when you use this die border, and it is the same for the other ones, but it doesn't work quite as well for the cloud one. When you die cut it, you get a piece that you can use that has the stitching on both sides. So cut your piece big enough so that you get a little piece on both sides. Very fun. So we have that. We have our little cloud with my sentiment, "You make me happy." And then I die cut from the paper a little rainbow. Oh my gosh, this is cute. I'm actually going to move it down a little bit, I think. Could put it right to the edge maybe. No, I want it more in the middle. All right, so I think the way I'm going to do it is glue this to this. And I'm really just putting it in so that you can see. So it's just tucked behind. Why is that so crooked? It's funny, it did not look crooked from the front. And I'm going to put this on flat. You could pop it up, but I'm putting that other piece over top, so that really wouldn't work that well. So I'm going to put this where I want it. And then I'll put this one over top. That side's cute too, but I think I like the other one better. And the other one had a lot of different colors in the stripe. This is just where this cut happened to end, and I think it's perfect. Now there are also in the set, there's the Cloud Builder Punch, which is amazing. And one of the sheets of paper actually has little clouds on it. So I was thinking of tucking a little cloud behind. I'm not really sure if I want to. Let me try the white one. And the fun thing about this is on plain paper, you can have it so that it goes each way, the cloud. I was just thinking because I had the clouds here, it might be cute to have one more cloud there. Okay, I like it like that. Kind of tucked in to meet up with these clouds. There is also the white velvet paper that makes cute clouds as well. Now, when you're punching the clouds out of the paper, don't be afraid to use your little half pieces of cloud. So I'm going to take this one and pop it in here. Whoops. And then there's another one, and I'm going to pop it down here, just to add some interest to the inside of my card. Is anyone else in your craft room today? It is chilly out, so even if you do go outside, probably won't be out there very long. However, When we went out earlier, it was -20, I think, before. There's not a lot of wind, so there's probably no wind chill. It was +5 in my greenhouse. So I always go out and check after Facebook Live, because then the sun has been on my greenhouse for a little while, and that's usually the warmest time of the day. So I can't wait to go out and check and see what the temperature is. Makes me happy. Makes me think of spring. Oh, you make me happy. My greenhouse makes me happy. All right. Now you could have done your little cloud border all the way over. To be honest, this little piece I had already cut out, so I just think it fits perfect. That's our first card. Just lay it over here and bring in the materials for the second card. So this is another way to use up your little scraps that you have. I did punch this out of the Brilliant Die rainbow dies. This is a really fun die too. So I used this little one here, and I'll show you how I'm going to color it, because it's cute white, but I don't want it white, and I don't want to color too many at once. So I'm going to go one at a time and color, and I'm going to try to follow this. So we've got Pool Party, then I'm following this little pattern. I want to say So Saffron, that's what I picked. Then Mango Melody. Spring cleaning. Ugh. Not my favorite thing. Unless it's cleaning my greenhouse. That's fun. And then this one is Flirty Flamingo. And when I was choosing the colors, I went back to my, because I was trying to figure out which pink it was. So I went back to my color chart, and it tells you what colors. So Flirty Flamingo, or I could have used Petal Pink as well. All right, that's done. Now, here are the measurements for this one. So we have a Pool Party base. Yes, planting my garden. I've been doing that. A whole bunch of my seeds have started to come in. Pool Party base, 8.5 by 5.5. Folded in half, scored at 4 1/4. Then a piece of the Designer Series paper. This one, but I didn't want to put it on here and just waste it all, so I did punch a couple of clouds out. Oh, that's cute too. That I may or may not use on this card, but if not, I'll just put them aside and use them for something else. I just couldn't put it on and not cut something out of the middle. I was going to do this layer embossed, but then I found this piece and I thought it would be really pretty. So there we have our Pool Party Designer Series paper. Oh, what I was going to do for this, I have this little scrap. So I thought of putting a little bit of paper there, right up to the sentiment. And I picked this one. Okay, that's good. I picked this one for a specific reason. Oh, and I like it because I managed to get all 4 colors in there. Okay, perfect. All right, now I have a piece of white, which is 3.5 by 4 1/4. Then I have 2 pieces of Designer Series paper that are 3 1/4 by 1 1/4. And then the middle one is 3 1/4 by 1 1/2. So it's a bit bigger. You could do them all the same size if you want. This is just how mine ended up. Because I did want to have space between them. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this layer. I'm not sure about a ribbon yet. So let's go ahead and put these ones. As you can see, the paper on both sides is really cute. But for this one, I chose to work with pastel-y colors. Subtles, I guess we call them. You can see that's the back of this piece. I think that's good. I'm just eyeballing it. You could measure it if you wanted to. I'm not being that exact. All right, so we've got that, we've got that, we've got that, and we've got this as our little greeting. Then we do have some clouds. I punched this one out of the shimmer paper that's in the new catalog that is supposed to be Pool Party. I did read somewhere. So we have a couple of clouds, and these are the ones I punched out of this piece of paper. Originally, though, when I was designing this, I wanted to show you how you could use that paper and have nothing to do with rainbows. And now I'm using clouds. But still, it's still cute. Maybe 2. I'm deciding about the ribbon. I want to just try it and see if it's going to be cute or too much or not really go with this card. I do love this ribbon. I did think about just putting a little knot at the end there, which is also an option. I'm going to go ahead and tie a little bow and then see how I'm liking it. And if you follow me on Facebook, this is what I usually do. I have an idea in my head, but it doesn't always turn out how I thought it was going to, so sometimes I change my mind as I'm going. I think I have that going the wrong way. You have to tie your bow a certain way if you want it on a certain angle. All right, let's try there. I'm not sure if this is going to stay or we're just going to have clouds, but we'll see. It's so pretty and it's really quite subtle, so it may be okay. All right, so we have that. We have that. This is such a happy card. That, and that. Or maybe the other way around. Okay, so originally when I was thinking about the bow, I was thinking of having this coming out of the bow, but that's not working. Okay, I like it like that. So I'm going to put this one down flat. This will hold my ribbon down as well. Then this one with dimensionals. And then this just basically coming off of there. And I think if I just put 2 dimensionals here, it'll just sit on top of my cloud. So I don't have to worry about gluing these little tiny bits. Okay, I'll remember what size I have. And let's go ahead and pop this up too. Just for fun. And I see my ribbon is crooked, so I'll fix that before I put it down. Didn't look that crooked. All right, this paper is just so fun and cheery. Yeah, Teresa, you can play around with it and see what you like. Once I get this layer on, we have a little more space. There we go. And you could add some embellishments if you wanted to as well. All right, so that's our second card, using Up Little Scraps. This one's only 1.5 inch. Oftentimes, when you cut up your 12 by 12 designer series paper, you have either 1.5 inch strip at the bottom or a 2 inch strip at the bottom, depending on what you've cut it for. So it's good to have a way to use up all those little strips of paper. Let's just get rid of all our little clouds here. These little clouds do come with the set, these little die cuts. So those are fun to use as well. Let's bring back our other card. And that is our 2 cards for today. They are very cheerful. And as I said, the intent was to use up your scraps. So here we've used little 1/2 inch scraps. And here we've used 1.5 inch, 1.25 inch, and 1.5 inch scraps. I think to make 2 cute and colorful cards. Okay, thanks you for joining me today. I do appreciate it if you like or share my video. If you're watching the replay, I invite you to hit the subscribe. No, if you were watching the replay, type in replay so I'll know that you were. If you're watching on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button if you would like to see when I post new videos. Thank you so much for joining me today, and happy Valentine's Day. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks, everyone.